Hi guys, it's Debbie with Debbie J's Crafting Corner. Today we're doing a new design team project for Not Too Shabby. This is the apple pie. This is part of the box of the month. You saw all the fun things a couple of weeks ago when I did another video, and I will make sure to leave a link to that right up here for you guys up in the cards. So anyway, and down in the description, yes, always. So anyway, I'm kind of inspired by one stamp out of the whole thing. So I'm going to go ahead and start stamping and coloring and all the things, and we're going to make us a super cute card. So while I do have an idea in mind, I'm not 100% sold, and there's so many cute little images in here. I just decided I'm gonna go ahead and stamp them all out. That's also a good way, if you're not sure what you want to make, to kind of get started. Just stamp out all of the images and see what kind of stands out to you or inspires you or whatever. Anyhow, I'm gonna stamp all of these cute little guys out. And I'm doing a sentiment. I do like this one that says, if friends were apples, I'd pick you. I really like that one. So I am going to go ahead and stamp that one. And you probably noticed I use my anti-static tool, which I don't do all the time, but I should, which means my plan is to do some heat embossing. Okay, it looks pretty good. There are a couple of places that looks like I need a little bit more ink, so we will do a second quick stamping. Okay, so that looks pretty good. And now I'll go ahead and cover that with some embossing powder. And I am using the Wow Clear embossing powder. It is really good with the anti-static properties. I love that. So I'm going to start off with coloring all of my little apples, and I'm using 3 of my Spectrum Noir markers. I swatched everything out so I could see kind of what they are, except for the one, of course, that is completely dry, which is my DR1, which is the one that I would always use the most. So I'm going to start off, and the DR2 is very dry. That one you can kind of see there. So I'm using 3, 5, and 7. So my darkest dark one, and then a medium, and then a lighter. So those are the ones I'm going to be using. And the image I think I'm going to be using for the card is this one. So that means I'm going to start off with one of my other apples just to make sure I've got the shading right. Something that I've noticed, I don't know if you guys notice it when you are doing your coloring, but I start off doing things real particular and gentle and all of that, and then as I go on I get faster and not quite so detail or perfectionist, I guess, and the ones that I do later actually look better than the one I started off with. So if I start off with it like this, actually I meant to get my darkest one, which is the DR7 instead of the DR5, but that's okay. I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is let's blend this one out and see what it looks like with just the medium and the lightest, and see if that one is enough. It's probably going to need more, and this is part of the reason why when I'm putting the colors down, because I do so many different kinds of techniques, the first one usually is a test run to see, is this going to be the way that I like it? Do I need to make any adjustments? Because you know what? You can do things any which way you want to. That little apple does look pretty cute, but there's really not enough dimension, so I am going to come in with my DR7. So we've got the Scary Dark. And that is not my term. That is a term that I've heard from another one of my crafty friends. I think it was Sharon Leska. I'm not 100% sure because, yeah, I've been so busy I haven't been able to watch a lot of stuff. So I've got the really dark one around the edges, and then I'm going to come in with my medium and just pull that out a little bit. And I'm leaving the lightest right in the center there. Okay, so I think that one has got a little bit more dimension and looks better. And to be honest, it's brighter and more I think, more flat on camera than what it actually looks like for me. So I think my lighting is not quite exactly right. But I'm going to go ahead and finish coloring up all the rest of my little apples and then move on to the next bit. And I did adjust the lighting a little bit, so hopefully that will help. So you can see that little bit more of dimension. So now that everything is colored up, I'm going to just fussy cut each of them out. And we've got a cute little basket of apples. I'm using a couple of pieces of pattern paper out of the pattern paper pack. Say that fast. Anyway, I'm loving the plaids. I do want this green for contrast with my apples, but I thought, I think that would look kind of cool over the red plaid. So I'm going to put the red plaid down first. This is a standard A2 size card, so I cut this one down to 4 by 5 1/4. So I've got that little white border that you see me use so much. Okay, I'm going to say that is good enough. Now this one I'm going to put down at a catacorner. Just a little bit of an angle. And I'm kind of doing it where the pieces are going to just about touch the red. Okay. So that looks good enough, and that gives a little bit of interest there. And then these guys, of course, I'm going to be popping them up on some foam. And I decided I'm also kind of actually got it planned out. I've decided I'm going to also do one of the little bees and one of the little apples to go along with the sentiment and that basket. Okay, I think that will work. So that is going to finish up this project for Not Too Shabby. You guys be sure to check out this playlist to see some more projects where I'm using Not Too Shabby Shop products, and I will see you soon. Bye guys.